Previously, in the GodBreaking, our group of heroes found themselves facing down with a beast of legend, with a creature of fabled power, one only spoke of in whispers and in the oldest of manuscripts, yet whose name still carried a great
Good.
undercurrent of fear and finality to it. They faced off against Invaro Intraso Incamel, one of the four horsemen of Asmodeus, one who had joined himself bodily with the Worldbreaker, the Tarask itself. Picture. Caught up in a large battle as Incamel moved towards the city of Ospium, and sent in his thousands of small miniaturized leapers that were just part of his essence, perverted humanoids that had just been twisted and subdued and completely brought into submission to Incamel, to go in and destroy and ravage and eat and slay and maim the population of Ospium. You guys mounted what defenses you could, but cowed by the incredible power of the Tarask, you sought for help. Fortunately, the allies that you had reached out to the previous week finally arrived in the form of the Dragon Monarchs. Quickly joining forces with them, you were able to head into the battle, each of you riding your own dragon, your own legendary dragon. And as the fight ensued, in which incredible displays of power were unleashed, forces that had not been seen on this plane for many, many years. The end result was that most of the dragon monarchs had fallen, but the arrival of Nebularos into the battlefield allowed the final defeat of Incamel, and the Tarask fell. And then, Deimos, did you get caught up on what happened after you left? Did anyone tell you, or do I have to catch you up
Not
now?
really. I remember these things popping up, and then my internet cut out.
Okay. Ooh,
Shit show,
there
I'm
you go.
guessing.
All right. So after you guys defeated the Tarask, you guys were moving in. Some of you were moving in to try to find Incamel's broken and defeated body, and you did see his dead form collapse in a heap, in a steaming, blazing heap in the middle of a large crater. And as you're moving in to 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 destroy the body or something, these creatures showed up in front of you. And as they gazed into your eyes, you found yourselves frozen, or at least captivated by their gaze, entranced, if albeit temporarily, by their hypnotic and completely distracting stare. One of you shouted out for the dragons, the flame dragons, the mated pair of Zerebor and Mirex, to incinerate the body. And as the great dragon lords, Zerebor and Mirex, lifted up into the air to burn the body, they flew in formation, scorching the earth with their hideous breath. And just as their flames were about to reach Incamel's lifeless body on the ground, their jaws were suddenly snapped shut, and their heads rung up to the heavens, and their bodies going limp as these massive beasts of pure elemental flame were suspended in the air, hanging like rag dolls. And shortly after that, you saw as the other dragons, Practinic the storm dragon, Teophensia the water dragon, along with Shaylin of the ice, Nebularos of the void, and Krigajard of the earth, all likewise were lifted and almost paralyzed, like rag dolls, just dragged up into the air by some unseen force. They fought as much as they could, but that which had a grip on them was just completely irresistible. And you guys saw up in the air a single humanoid figure, small in size, but completely dominant in her presence and in her command over these dragons. That was this person.
Oh, that's not fair.
Okay? And as the dragons were being dragged up into the skies, one more individual confronted you as she went over and picked up Inkamel's lifeless body. And that was this person.
Yeah.
Engaging in brief conversation with Elwyn, you guys found yourselves powerless as Elwyn, even unleashing the twin-headed dragon might of his legacy weapon, she completely negated the attack by shedding a few drops of her own dark blood, and it just totally absorbed Elwyn's attack, and she went up, and almost condescendingly told you guys to basically stop wasting your time, and that Lord Asmodeus was not finished with Inkamel yet. And with that, she vanished, and you guys saw Tiamat dragging, or the human form of Tiamat dragging the dragon monarchs off into the sky. As that's happening, you guys can look up into the air, and you see Nebularos caught up, completely helpless physically, just being ripped away into the sky at frightening speed. But as he struggles and as he strains, he calls down to you. He calls down to you all. You guys can hear it resonating almost in your minds, if not definitely not through your ears. And Deimos, you realize that because of the gems, the twin star gems that you have, it's actually coming through those gems. The sound is coming through those gems. He says to you, I beg of you, seek out my brother. Find Bifinzor, the one named Vork. He may know the way. And with that, his mouth is shut, and this great celestial dragon is dragged off helplessly, off into the clouds.
All right, guys. I don't know about you, but I think we are slightly outclassed.
Okay, so
He's not finished yet.
he said, "See, got the one named Vork." After that, Malconthet disappeared as well, and several she commanded her underlings to clean up the situation, and these enchanting and lithe creatures began to appear. 12 of them in all, just kind of like just like appearing out of the ether. And they, with a giggle and a laugh, 6 of them broke off and rushed off to the city on unseen wings, and the remaining 6 engaged the rest of you in battle. You guys found that despite their lack of physical strength, they're actually quite formidable in battle. So what happened was, I think it was Albric and Euphemia, right? You guys had both been dominated by them, and Euphemia, you had knocked Ellen out, just basically brought him unconscious, and now they're all pounding on Deimos. Deimos, you just used your last which spell slot was it? Is your biggest spell slot. There's like
Six.
your 6th or 7th level spell slot to bring
Okay.
Elwyn up to get him conscious again. And as all these creatures have been surrounding you and just basically just all pounding on you, including Albric and Euphemia. Okay?
All right.
I think that's where we left off. Did I miss anything?
So, just so I can get caught up, can I kind of tell like what type of attacks these guys use, just so I can plan when my turn comes around and don't waste your guys' time? Like when they swing at me, does it seem like it hits, or does it seem like they do more like psychic-y stuff, or?
It's
so
Albert and Euphemia that have been beating the shit out of you.
Yeah. So
What?
they swing and they just slash at you with their claws. But what you've seen them do is 2 other attacks. One is a charm effect that's basically dominated the minds of someone that they target, as long as they don't make a wisdom save. And you've seen them do a kiss attack. I think it was Elwyn. Did one of them kiss you?
Oh yeah.
For psychic damage, and it was pretty damaging. Okay.
Okay. Oh, dang,
So-
guys.
So that's
I got
where
a
we are.
mini plan.
That's where we are. You guys are actually pretty beat up. So Deimos at the start of initiative, and let me change my music.
All right, so both of these guys, so Elwyn and Alperic are dominated right now.
No,
Euphemia
I'm
and
good.
Elwyn is up. You and
Okay,
Elwyn are the
Elwyn.
only ones who are not dominated.
If it gets to my turn, everything should be okay.
Okay, and you guys would remember that Succubus number 2 up here is the one who had dominated Albric, and Succubus number 1 over here was the one who had dominated Euphemia.
Okay.
Okay.
Elwyn, save us all.
All right, so Deimos, as after you get off that spell, these creatures are still just like swarming over you, and they're taunting you. And you hear these giggles and these laughs, and these creatures they're simultaneously vicious and brutal, but also tantalizing and alluring, as their movements are extremely sensual, but also very lethal. This one is going to just swing at you with a claw attack. Right here. That's looking like a hit. And here comes the slashing damage. Okay. You hear her taunting you. She says, "Just give in, sweetheart. Promise
Break
it
your
won't
face.
hurt from.
Must have your face in
Promise
a
it'll be
broken
worth
face.
your while." The one behind you is going to wrap her arms around your face from behind and stroke your cheeks. One hand nestles down your side, and you can feel her hand just like sliding down your side as she. Say what?
Where are your muscles? Oh, I'm taunting them.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. You're able to resist as these almost like hypnotic pheromones just go shooting through your mind, and you feel a strong sense of just mental cloudiness rush through your mind. But you focus a little bit, and your eyes just kind of like narrows and squint, and you're able to fend it off. Elwyn, your turn.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on my buddy Albric
Okay.
for the charm effect.
Okay. You get Dispel Magic, huh?
Yeah, it's one of my Staff of the Magi spells.
Okay. So that's a level 3 spell.
Mm-hmm.
Let's double check here real quick. Alright. Roll a charisma check.
Please make it.
You got it. I'm good at those.
Just
I
enough.
will luck. Oh, is it? Okay.
Just enough. Just enough. As the
I don't have any lucky points anyway.
as the enchantment on your friend Albric shatters. Albric, your mind just suddenly snaps in, is coming like almost coming out of a dream. You realize that you have your sword out, and and you can see marks on your friend Deimos where you've obviously been slashing at him and just like ripping him apart.
It's cool. I know you want this body. Hold yourself back, boy.
Okay, is there anything else, Elwin?
Yeah, I'm gonna firebolt one of those
Okay.
bitches.
Number 1.
Bam! If she's resistant, it all goes through. Oh, it all goes through.
Okay, you hear her
Oh yeah, that's right.
screech.
I fixed it.
Yeah, you hear her screech in pain as a firebolt goes in, just like erupts all around her body, singeing the reddish flesh all over her. Her hair caught on fire. Her eyes just filled with hate as she glares at you, Owen. Okay.
Yeah, I'll move back a little to try to spread them out.
All right.
Okay, so I'll take an attack of opportunity from number 3 to move over to here.
Okay. That's coming your way. Hold on 1 second. That looks like a hit.
I do believe I will indeed increase my AC by 4 and go down by 4 until my next turn.
Okay. All right, so it misses.
Yeah. Yeah.
You activate your sword flashes as you activate the enchantment, and you are able to deflect her slash. Okay, go on.
I'm just trying to make sure see what I have on. Should be raging right now, so I need to turn that on. On my second rage, I have the temporary hit points already, so I just need to turn on that. I did not move 15 feet in a straight line. And I will attack.
Okay, that's a hit.
And I will add a hit dice to this.
Okay.
And more.
Okay. As you're so what happens? So this is the one that Elwyn just firebolted. Her body is like covered. Certain parts of her body are covered in reddish flame. Her hair is singed and darkened with like the smell of burnt hair in the air. What do you do?
I'm just going to in a downward slashing motion and just try to go like right for the neck and see how far I can get my sword through.
Okay, so you look into her eyes as she's in shock as she was not expecting you to be attacking her. She thought you were properly subdued. You look into her eyes, and there's a slight plead or a slight glint of fear as your sword comes down and severs her head from her body. There's a screech, and dark ash flies up as parts of her begin to fall and flake off into a set of dark ash. Her body crumples down to the ground. Anything else?
I'm gonna turn to the one next to me, number 2, and I'm going to lay my sword into her.
Okay.
See
Alright.
how am I doing on hit points. I'll add a hit dice to that one as well. And my final attack.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Sounds good. As you do that, Euphemia, this one next to you, locking eyes on Deimos. Deimos. She leans in. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
This should technically have to be +1 to whatever this is. I didn't change this yet. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Plus
You
it.
see this creature, so it's the one on the right. This one right here.
Ugly.
And you see her leaning into you, her eyes locked onto yours. She reaches up and puts her hands on the sides of your heads, and she leans in and tries to kiss you. What do you do?
Cooch.
No, this is like full on the lips. What do you do? How do you rebuff her advance?
Oh, she's full on trying to kiss me?
Fire titties, dude.
Dude, fire fucking titties and bite her fucking, like, I don't know, tongue off and slap her. She is not attractive. She has zero muscle. Zero muscle. Like, I don't know why they keep trying to do this to me. It's like a bunch of weak girls trying to get on this hunky piece of meat. I ain't into that.
So just roll me 2d6. All right. So between the fireworks on your sparks flying from your tits and the bit of her lip that you can grab with your teeth, you do 7 points of damage to her.
Mm-hmm.
She shrieks and recoils slightly as she pulls back from you, obviously greatly offended and shocked that you would rebuff her. So,
It's not your
all right.
fault that you're ugly. You're born that way.
Number 2 is gonna fly over here off the ground, and Albric, you hear just this raspy voice like from behind you saying, "Where you going, darling? Come back to me, love." Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, dang it.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw, you said?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh, shit. How do you... So you just completely just turn, and what do you say to her?
I said to her, not even your own child would want to come back to you.
Oh, okay.
Ouch.
Alright.
That's
Alright, you see
mean.
you see her coil down and snarl at you, her fangs coming out, and her claws just kind of like extended. Alright, Deimos, your turn.
Alright, just before I do whatever thing, I got 2 plans. If I use a War God Blessing, like let's say I use an attack action to totally cast Greater Restoration on Euphemian by like booping out of the nose kind of hard, can I go around and kick a person? Or punch
Yeah,
them?
sure. Now Euphemia is still charmed, just so you know.
Yeah, the Greater Restoration I think will get rid of the charmed effect. It's a 5th level spell.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, so I'll burn that 5th level spell, and I'm
Okay.
gonna boop Euphemia on the nose real nice, and then I'll War God Blessing to turn around and Succubus too. I'm gonna smack her in the face.
Okay.
Maybe. Yep.
Alright.
I sure her I'm the top bitch around here.
She recoils and she screeches, and her claws flash out back at you, Deimos.
Oh, it should be disadvantage. But
Oh, she still misses. All right. Succubus number 1 is gonna command you, Euphemia. Actually, you're Euphemia. You as Deimos casts a greater restoration on you, the fog also lifts from your mind, and you can see. You look down and you see your sword. Remove the charms effect. Your sword just like covered in the blood of your allies, just like dried, just like dripping with some flecks and spots of dried up blood. This one is going to angrily rush you, Elwyn. Coming at you, she is going to try to kiss you. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, ouch.
And down goes the Elwyn again.
Well, it wasn't that much. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. That's psychic damage against you. As she grabs you, she latches her dryish, rough lips on yours, and you can feel her forked tongue just kind of shove itself into your mouth and just lash all around. The pain just echoes through your mind as you take that much in damage. Did you add damage? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Euphemia, your turn. So you've realized you're back to your senses now. You realize that you have been attacking your friends, but that you are yourself again. What do you do?
Okay. Um. I want to do the source.
What? You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I need a fucking mic. Okay, I'm gonna cast. Okay. So I'm gonna do the Sword Singer with level 5 spell. I forgot, do we do... Yeah.
What you doing? Shadow Dancer? Is that what you're doing? Sorry, hits.
Why did it do twice?
Because you're attacking Deimos.
Oh, you have Deimos targeted.
Don't chop my head off, you crazy lady.
You do hit the girl, though.
Do I get the 20? For the first... For
How many attacks
Succubus
do you get?
3?
How many attacks do you get?
I'm attacking each one of those once.
Okay.
Well, actually... I'm gonna get a second attack with my bonus action. So I guess
Where are
both
you?
attacks would be against Succubus. Then I'm gonna get... Or... But they're also...
So wait,
No.
are you casting one of your spells? Level 5?
Yeah.
Which one? Shadow Dancer or...
No, the ethereal blade.
Okay, so you're still breaking up. I can barely understand what you're saying.
Ethereal blade or something like that.
Ether Sword
Yeah, that's
Singer.
what
Okay. Behind each enemy within 20 feet of you, each target takes 1 melee attack, and it's all empowered with your cantrip. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So you can get all 4 of these with that attack, with that spell.
Yeah, I
cast.
know.
Okay. So yeah, you can
Point
keep,
is,
that, you can
I
keep those
would,
first 2
don't I
rolls.
attack... Yeah. Okay. But I do get the crit.
Sure.
Um...
Second here. Okay, I gotta adjust these numbers a little bit, but keep going.
What's wrong with the numbers?
Your sword is only doing slashing damage, not slashing magic damage, so they're resisting it, but they shouldn't be.
Oh. And... where's it? So I'm going to go into the ether realm. And I should be able to move here.
Oh, don't move the Deimos.
I'm not going to hit you.
Okay.
Deimos is still scared from you trying to chop his head off.
I already cast a level 9 Sorcery where I got the 8 hits on you.
I think you did that to
more
Elwyn,
crits,
didn't you?
too.
Yeah, you got me. You got me with the level 9.
That's how you
Oh,
killed
really?
Elwyn. Yeah.
And I just thought about it, like, after it happened. I
You're
said, why
lucky
didn't I counterspell?
You're lucky
I didn't even think of it.
You're lucky I didn't have my purple sword though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. Okay.
Which still being worked on. What
Alright,
the
so
hell
you
is it?
You move through all of them.
I'm looking for my damn 100 die thing.
It should be under magic. The blood letter button.
I don't know
No,
on
no,
this.
that's not it. That's right. You're right. It's up there.
Where is
By,
it? I can't find it.
Midnight Gauntlet. It's called. It's under your weapons.
Ah!
Oh, nice. No, that was the wrong one. There, that was it.
What?
Yeah.
What?
There. You rolled the 2d8 damage first, but that's okay because it's just an effect. The 69 damage is what you do from your legacy weapon walking through them all.
Yeah. Now it's the
Yeah,
level
she
2.
added that 2d8 before she rolled the. She added that on purpose.
Yeah. What are you
They
talking
did
about?
69 damage to a succubus. That should
Oh,
insta
okay.
kill.
I got it. Alright. Anything else?
The wolf attacks one of the succubus.
Alright.
I'm assuming the upper three, not the lower three.
Okay. The wolf goes over
Wolf got it.
here. Moves over. Targets it. Attacks. Okay. Alright. Start of initiative. These creatures, now that they are beginning to take physical damage, are beginning to get a little bit freaked out. This one, Deimos, turns and begins to fly up into the sky.
Tell her
Here.
that I'll punch her in the face.
Alright, what are you're gonna punch her? Go ahead.
Oh, instead of you can't take a opportunity attack instead of punching to like grab him, can you?
You can. I'll let you do it.
All right, I'm gonna grab that lady with my lady hands, my big burly lady hands.
Okay, roll your check.
I'm still not used to my lady hands.
Yeah, well, she's not very strong. So you as she tries to reach up to fly away, you just grab her by like the I don't know, the leg or something, and she's caught in place, straining against you. But with one hand, you just grab her. She's grappled. Elwyn, your turn.
Alright, I am going to twin 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An 8th level disintegrate.
Oh. Hey, when did you
Um,
get the slots?
Like 2 days ago. You know what? I'll do it against this guy.
Okay. That looks like 2 failures. Okay. Ugh.
And then I still got 2 sorcery points left, so I will quick any firebolt to. Yeah, fuck it. Against this guy.
Yeah, those two. That one just goes up in a burst of like nothingness. Just her body just like disappears as she's completely disintegrated. The other one that you attacked, like a large chunk of her skin is just basically turned into this grayish, blackish material and just like sloughs off of her. She doesn't look very good at all. And you follow it up with a firebolt attack. She screeches in pain.
That's what you get for kissing me.
All right, Albrecht, you're up.
Let's lay into a bitch. Manage attack.
All right. Chopping off another head.
I'm going to take a step back here. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So 15 feet in a straight line. And attack this one up here by Euphemia.
Okay.
That. That. Five, so I'll do that. Or actually, I'll do that as a sword attack because I killed a creature, so I can make a sword attack as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. Ooh. Down she goes.
If only I got 2 bonus actions.
Maybe once we hit higher levels.
Anything else?
Well, no, that's it.
Okay. Deimos, your turn.
If possible, I would like to start running towards the other succubus while carrying this succubus and do this midway through.
Okay.
Because I like stuff. Like what I got here. It'd be cool. I'd like to pile drive
Oh,
the
wow.
shit out of this lady.
Holy crap.
Also, as I pile drive her, I'm gonna continue super grapple her to save the rest of the move she lives.
How did they do that in that video? That's insane.
I don't know. I'm still not used to my woman body.
Okay. Well, let's. You drag her along with you.
And then can I pile drive her? Or would it be like my normal?
Sure. Roll your unarmed damage. Okay, you flip her over and you just pile drive her, just planting her head down into the ground. You hear her gasping in pain and she shrieks out as you got her into like this death grip. Her head is like crunched into the ground. Her horns just snap off her head and her face is concaved a little bit and caked with like gravel and blood and stuff like that. It's not pretty.
Seeing an opportunity, I'm going to use my bonus action to like the restrainer with my grapple as I try to pin her to the ground and wait for that 3 count.
Oh yeah, she's completely restrained. I mean, there's no resistance at all. You just like slam her down to the ground, and she's restrained, grappled, and anything else you want.
Make sure her mouth is not near me.
Okay. All right, Euphemia, you're up. As you finish that, Deimos, you guys can hear off in the distance, so in this direction towards the city. There's still sounds of battle going on, but they are. You guys look and you can hear the large city gates slowly beginning to open, and you can see streams of a couple soldiers and stuff coming out of the city. You do hear off somewhere near you, but you're not really able to quite discern where, the sound of gunshots firing and other battle happening. Alright, Euphemia, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do I'm gonna come back. And I'm going to do a mass cure wounds level 6.
Okay.
Which shit? But before I'm gonna do that, then I'll move over here, then I'll cast cure wounds.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack her. Then die. Where's-
Ooh, let's miss.
Still has her thing on her, so have the wolf attack her.
Actually, she's restrained and grappled. You would have had advantage, so you can roll again.
Yay.
Alright, that's a hit. Okay. How do you kill her?
Oh, she dead?
Yes.
Just stab her in the face.
Okay, yeah. Deimos, as you pile drove her, and you're looking at her broken face now, a dark blade just kind of like off from the side, and your blind spot just comes down and just shoves right through that face that you're looking at, and just blood sprays all over you and your legs and your arms and stuff.
I welcome her to America.
All right.
Welcome to America.
All right. The wolf is going to follow your lead, Euphemia, and howling just rushes right by you, the both of you. Is going to attack this last succubus. Hits it. All right. And finally, Elwyn, your turn. This last one is looking at you with pleading in her eyes, as a wolf has like latched onto her arm, her body broken and just basically in tatters after your disintegrate spell and your firebolt spells.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna... Oh, hold on. Let me roll it one more time, because it should be disadvantage.
Okay, you still hit.
Still. Okay.
Okay.
Just gonna put like my
Yeah, go
palm right up to her face and shoot my firebolt through her skull.
The flame definitely punches straight into her head, and you can see her hair just like flip up in the air as a firebolt passes straight through and hits the ground behind her. Um, having a moment to catch your breath. Combat's ended. What do you guys do?
Well, the city's still under siege by the other 6, right?
Yeah.
They did go. You saw them go off in that direction.
Yeah, we should probably start chasing down the direction they went because this combat didn't take too long, so they're probably not ridiculously ahead.
Do you have any heals, Deimos?
What? Why would I have heals?
Heals. Yeah.
I've got like a couple. I can give you. I'll give you guys as we're running. I'll give a few smaller.
Like a
heals.
big axe shield heal?
Oh, he used
Yeah.
the shield already.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, yeah. I use that for a Cray Cray. I'm gonna go save some Cray Cray.
You guys, you guys can get one action basically of.
I'm gonna drink potions.
Okay, go ahead and do that. You guys each have one full action.
Do I
Just
get?
sit down on the ground, breath, and then stand up and run over there because I assume Elwyn's going to teleport us to the city.
Sure.
Do you know what that?
I'll
damn.
use 2 of my seconds, 1 of my thirds, 1 of my fourths. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I mean,
9, 10,
this is
11
really
sorcery
easy,
points
guys.
back.
It's a
Okay, what
few-
did you say, Euphemia?
I was gonna use my gauntlet, or not my gauntlet, but my goblet. Heal. So I keep forgetting to use it.
Okay, go ahead. It's like drinking a potion, right?
44. I heal for 12.
Okay, go ahead and
That's
change your
not
hit points.
much.
Anybody else?
Here's your heal, everybody.
Uh,
That's all I can do. With one action. Enjoy it.
well, I will use my action, I guess, to teleport
Yeah.
us.
As you guys are healing, you guys hear another set of gunshots, and up in the air about 100 feet this direction, you see in the sky one of these creatures just shriek as her body just is just like blasted apart, and she falls out of the air. Up in the sky, you see Antares Saber wielding both his guns, having slain 2 of these creatures already.
Oh, you know what? Just 100 feet, then we can haul ass over there, and I can use my action to twin some protection from evil and good so you guys don't get charmed again.
I would prefer that, yes.
Are the other succubuses there, or is it just the 2?
Roll perception. You see 2 of them just falling down out of the sky like in ashes and falling apart. Okay.
Still go to the city.
Yeah,
Even if
Deimos, you're the only one who catches
You
a
can
glimpse
protect
of this, as one just in a shadowy form where there was none before, but just almost emerging from the shadows appears right behind Antares as he's in the sky, having just killed 2 of these things. She places her hands on the back on the sides of his head, and you can see his eyes just kind of glaze over.
All right, I point this out to Elwyn incredibly fast, saying we gotta troop this guy real fast. Well, that chick. We gotta save Antares so he doesn't blow us up. I don't like getting blown up. He shot me already before. I did not feel good.
Yeah, okay, I agree with the Nuka Troop in feet.
Yeah, can we teleport in there and just like nuke troop this thing real fast, or at least attempt to?
What you can do is roll initiative.
Ooh, initiative.
To be part of this, otherwise I wouldn't be.
I didn't use
Oh.
my...
Danger sense. It's active, so I should get advantage on this.
let me just twin this then. Euphemia, you're an elf, right? So you get advantage on saving throws against being charmed.
I do?
So, yeah.
All else do.
So
Oh,
all
well.
protection.
Doesn't help
from
when I
whatever-
suck.
Yeah, you had
Deimos
advantage last time,
Albert.
but you failed it. Okay, are all initiative rolls in? I believe they are. Alright. As her turn finishes, you guys see her laugh and giggle as she whispers into Antares' ear, and then in a flourish, her form goes shadowy again, and Deimos, and none of you can see her anymore. Okay.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
All right. Antares, all of a sudden, his guns in front of him. His eyes had been lowered, and suddenly he lifts his head, gazes at you all, and begins to charge in your direction. So he finally ends up right around here, after dashing forward some 40 or 60 feet in the air. So he's in the air. He's about 30 feet up in the ground above you guys. First thing he's going to do, he takes one gun and he points it at you all and fires a shotgun blast from one of his revolvers. Let's see here. Success, failure, 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 success. Anyone want to do anything to that? The wolf failed, Euphemia succeeded, Deimos failed, Elwyn failed, Albrecht succeeded.
I wish.
Okay. A blast goes out. Let's see if that all went right. Resisted. Okay. All right. As basically a barrage of shrapnel of shotgun blasts just goes across, pelting you guys. He having done that, he gets a second one off after landing the first one. Oh,
I wasn't included in that.
I know it, because it untargeted you since you succeeded. Alright, second one comes out. There it is. Alright, success, success.
Should have had advantage again. I think it expires each turn. I'll go fix that macro,
Yeah,
but
do it
I should
again.
have advantage.
Because you're a
Can I
natural one
save?
there.
With that nat 20?
Sure,
I think
I'll
it's gonna
call
roll
that
with my
safe.
advantage.
That's a dexterity save on our armor.
Yeah, my bad. I had a 1, a 19, and a 4.
Okay, you save. Elwyn saves. Everyone else fails.
That's not an armor save, that's just a dex save.
Yeah, dex save.
Choo-choo.
He's basically shooting shotgun shells at you guys from where he is.
It ain't do a buttload of damage, but it's like
Alright,
spread.
Did my Spider-Man sense give me any
There's damage out. Elwyn, you take half of this. No, it does not.
If it's low,
Now just make sure this,
You're good.
I
You're good,
know
Albrecht.
It's magical, right?
Yes.
Is that 12 or 11?
11.
Okay.
wow, you guys rolled low on initiative this time.
Okay. And then he is going to kind of use a couple of those. You see him, his eyes just kind of like, his cloak just kind of flares up, and he casts darkness in this area, up in the sky. Alright, Albrecht, your turn.
Okay, how far in the sky is he?
30 feet up.
Is it a bubble of darkness?
Yeah, it's just big, like, area of darkness,
Alright. So
30 feet across.
just before anything happens, hey Elwyn, this was my plan. So Deimos is gonna ask you to teleport him or Misty Step him, whatever there, so I can slap him in the face with my last Greater Restoration. But we can't see him anymore.
I was gonna twin a Dispel Magic, one on the darkness, one on him. I don't have to see him, he just has to be in range.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I thought
but
Dispel
I-
Magic was area effect.
But would you be able to counterspell that darkness? Because if you counterspell that darkness, you can use your whatever action, and I'll use my held action to smack him in the face with a restoration, and we can hope and dream it.
If the DM lets me,
know.
but it should. I don't know if it's too late to try to counterspell.
Would you have done it? I mean, you're within.
I wouldn't.
Let's see.
I wouldn't have done it because I had planned. I know I don't have to see him to Dispel Magic.
Okay. Let's say you didn't get it off in time.
Okay.
And we know that Dispel Magic and Greater Restoration work, so there's no hoping or dreaming about it.
Oh, yeah. You got this, maybe?
I'm going to move... Amos.
You guys can't see him because he's in the
Come on,
darkness.
yeah, and
You want to throw me? On your
so
turn?
how about this? You move, you hold your action, and then I'll use the rest of my movement, and then I'll use my action to throw you.
I'll get to the edge of the darkness, and then use your movement and hold your action to throw me after Elwyn dispels.
All right. Now, if he dispels,
No, wait, he's gonna make them friendly. So wait, never
Yeah.
mind.
it'd still be
Never mind.
awesome.
I'm
He
going
did
to
shoot
hold-
us.
Yeah. In all honesty, we probably wouldn't know.
because it worked on me and Euphemia.
Well, we might not
Magic
know his
and Greater
plan.
Restoration. So let's do it anyways.
You can always grapple him.
It was never
Can't
gonna be
fire
attacked.
guns when you're grappled.
Didn't you have to roll a charisma check for it last time, Elwyn?
For Dispel, he did.
Yeah.
There's a chance he'll fail that charisma check. A
Mhm.
small chance, but a chance. So this will be backup plan. So I'll move until Antares is in range of being grappled.
Okay, so then remember, this is in the sky above you. So it's about the bottom of the darkness orb or cloud is about 15 feet above your head, Albrecht.
I know. And then when Deimos throws me towards him, he'll be in range, and that will trigger my action to grapple.
All right. Now, that being said, I don't know if I can throw you 30 feet.
We can roll for it.
I might be able to bench press a small car, but all right, we'll try it. We'll try it. Magic.
Heavy. I am still just a dwarf.
Toss me.
Like 250 pounds, dude.
All right. So you're
That
holding
could
your action.
No, you're. Yeah.
Deimos, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do the whole plan. I'm gonna run up here. I'm gonna try to grab Albrecht. I'll do like a little turny, swizzly, in a circle thing, and try to toss him up in the air in the centrish area as best as I
Okay.
can.
All right, roll a strength check.
Hold your action.
Or
and toss
athletics.
me
You can make it
till after-
athletics.
Till after Elwyn's turn.
All right.
You could do that if you want.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
if he
keep,
fails to just. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep spinning him, and like as I'm pretending to warp up some power, and I'll throw him after Elwyn's turn.
All right. Elwyn, your turn.
Okay, so I will do that.
Now, 1 second here. You're trying to twin Dispel Magic, right?
Yeah.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. You know, I think that works.
I was hoping it would.
I think so because twin you can only twin something that has it's a single
Yeah.
target,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a Dispel Magic is a single target spell. So what the hell? Okay.
So one at the darkness and one at him.
All right.
At his charm.
All right. The darkness shatters and just slowly begins to dissipate, and you guys can see dignitaries in the air, just like grasping his head, and his eyes just clear up. Let's see here.
The new trajectory, Deimos, otherwise you're gonna
Okay.
be very off.
He looks up at you.
Get him.
What the hell's happening here? Okay.
You were
Managed to-
shooting us again, you dick.
All right,
Deimos,
Deimos, what
managed to successfully throw me.
are you doing, Deimos?
So I look at him, and this is just for safety reasons, and he would definitely understand if he just shot us and he doesn't know what's going on. The safety reasons. I look at him. He seems okay-ish. Can't really tell. And I'm gonna attempt to throw this dwarf.
At him?
Yeah.
All right, roll your
As I
athletic
yell
check.
out, "We're friends! Don't shoot us! Don't shoot us!" Oh, I got that 30. I don't know if that's good
You
enough.
did? Okay. All right, yeah, that's fine. Albert goes flying up in the air towards him. Albert, what are you doing?
I'm trying to grapple him midair.
Okay, roll your athletic check.
Elwyn cleared that darkness, otherwise we would have thrown me in the wrong direction.
Yep.
Okay. As you
He was just
try to
throwing us.
Oh,
Oh,
reach up and grab
shit.
him, he all of a sudden almost out of just pure instinct, just like twists completely out of your grasp. You keep going,
A nice plus.
and you kind of land over here, having fallen 30 feet. Take 9 points of damage.
He did go up 30 feet too. With the inertia. No, I'm just kidding, Albert. I'm
All right. Anything else? You can slam down. And you like bust your knee on the ground after. It was kind of an awkward motion as you go up there. You try to grab him. He spins out of the air. You're off balance, and you kind of flip and tumble a little bit. And you slam down on your knees, bruising them a little bit. All right.
Stop
So-
shooting us, you son of a bitch.
It's a somewhat graceful landing. Some
Alright.
things, but it's not a
Anything
one.
else, Owen?
Oh, no. That's my turn.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw, Albrecht.
Oh, come on.
Shit.
You should have advantage.
I should have advantage.
It should be.
It is. Oh, nope.
Okay.
I'm
You're
feeling confident about them.
you land on the ground after having twisted your leg hits the ground. You feel pain, and then you look up and you see this creature just looking into your eyes. You're unable to break her gaze as she speaks to you in slow whispers and soft whispers, and then you realize that your mind is no longer your own. Okay. And after she does that, she too is going to fade and go inky black. Euphemia, your turn.
Where was she last?
Right in front of Albrecht. Roll a perception check, Euphemia. Okay, her departure looked, the way she disappeared looked pretty familiar to you. There's a distinct similarity, or at least a recognizability to how she disappeared.
Oh, wait, no. He's immune to charm.
Is that what
Albrecht is
that
immune
does?
to charm?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, damn.
It's dead?
Okay. Alright, Albrecht, you're not charmed. She realized that she was unable to grab a hold of you, and she just disappeared. Okay, Euphemia, you have one action.
Only one. No, I only have one. Oh.
It's your turn.
Uh,
She's basically fleeing.
So if I go into the ether with my gauntlet, can I cast a spell? After I'm inside?
Yeah, there's no timetable on when you can, like, that doesn't end your turn.
Well, yeah, but I guess. Question. And
Can you cast a spell in the ethereal realm? Sure.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna cast a spell, or I'm gonna go to the ether.
Okay. As you do that, you see her over here now, running away. She's basically flying away. She's about 20 feet off the ground, and she's heading in this direction.
Okay, well, I'm going to mention door.
Okay.
5 feet right on top of her.
Okay.
And come down right on top of her with a sword.
Okay.
And this will also do my gauntlet attack.
That's correct.
Why is my sheet green?
Green.
Because you're in the ethereal realm. Oh, 1 second. Hold on a second. Slashing, magic, type, cold. Okay, that's fine. Keep going. Anything else?
When I come down on top of her, is there like a physical hit?
Yeah, it doesn't feel quite as physical as being in the real world. Everything is a bit more vague here in the ethereal realm, but you can feel solid contact as your ethereal form
Can I use, like,
makes contact with hers.
Can I use my gauntleted hand and grab her like on the wing?
Sure.
Since I assume we're flying.
Yes.
But if
You're in
she's
the air.
flying, I'm kind of
She's
just.
flying.
Basically, I want to
She
fall
doesn't
on
have-
top of her and
She doesn't
grab
have a
onto
wing.
her.
You can grab onto her arm or something like that.
Okay.
She doesn't have wings.
I thought you had wings. I thought you said she had like a little teeny one.
No, they don't have wings. Okay. So go ahead and roll athletics.
Me?
Yes, to see how well you can grab her. Okay, you grab onto her very solidly, and she's like,
Technically, I would not have had to roll for.
she doesn't have a enough strength to keep you both afloat, so you both start falling down to the ground.
That was the point. But I'm
Okay,
gonna
you
try to
both
keep
land.
her on. I want her to stay on top.
Yeah, you both land, taking 6 points of damage. All right,
Does that knock her out of that area?
does not.
All the damage, and she still can hold it.
Yep. Okay. Back on her turn, she is going to lean, just turn around, and out of desperation, lunge at you with a trying to kiss you. Make a Constitution
Is that
saving throw.
prone?
No.
And don't I
actually,
have
you,
protection?
you both are prone. You both are prone
Don't I have
as you
protection?
land. This is
Advantage.
this is not a charm attack.
I cast it on Alberic and Deimos.
You didn't cast on me, the one person that you can easily take over, and I can easily kill you.
This is not a charm attack. It wouldn't have mattered.
It would have mattered. Principal.
Make
What-
a
what did you want me
Constitution
to roll?
saving Constitution saving throw. You fail. Oh. As she does that much psychic damage to you, you are on the last, and she screeches and she's trying to pull away. She's going to try to go ahead and roll athletics to try to hold on to her still. Athletics, not acrobatics this time. Alright. She breaks away and begins to flee. You can get an attack opportunity at her.
No, I can't do that. Can I do that? Can words counter with spells?
If you have the Warcaster feat.
Oh, it's Warcaster. Never mind. Wait, Warcaster? Do I have Warcaster? I don't remember.
You don't. You shouldn't. You have
Okay.
Mage Slayer is what your feat is. Yeah. Alright, so you can get one physical attack on her as she's breaking away. Oh man.
What the fuck?
As she breaks away. She lifts off into
Do I
the
get
air.
advantage?
No.
Why not? Oh,
Because there's no reason for you to have advantage. Alright, it is
Fun.
now your turn. She is flying away pretty quickly. She's actually 60 feet away from you right now.
But no one can see her.
Just you.
Was it my turn again?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that. Okay, I thought you were telling me something else. Oh wait, I forgot to use that. Oops.
Can you do anything?
Yeah, I'm
60 feet
just
away.
not sure what I want to do. Okay, I'll just cast Dispel Magic on her. Would that do anything? Do I know if that would do anything?
Hold on, let me read her
Would
ability.
it push her out of the... I think I'm pretty much an expert on this other realm transportation. Would I know if Dispel Magic push her out?
You're pretty sure that the material plane is not her native plane. So, if anything, it would push her to her native plane.
Dispel Magic would?
Yeah, if she has any kind of enchantment on her, it would push her. And if it were going to push her out of the ethereal, it would push her to her native plane, the place that she originally transported from. But
Send her to hell, basically.
you're pretty confident it wouldn't send her to the material plane. But you're not sure exactly what would happen if you did cast it.
Fuck it, I'll do it. She's
Okay.
gone. She's out of here.
As she flies away, you see the dispel magic go off, and you see her form flicker, and just kind of vanish. And that's really all you can tell. Okay. Initiative is over. We're out of combat. What do you guys want to do?
Well, has Euphemia reappeared? Because if she hasn't,
Yeah, I'm
Last
on the
thing you-
ground, just sitting there.
Are you gonna go back
like
to-
I'm about to die.
Alright, so Euphemia reappears from the ethereal realm, heavily wounded.
Do we still hear screams and shit from the town?
You look over in that direction and you see a bunch of troops coming out of the town, basically soldiers. They're looking around just to see if there's any more leapers out here. You see them combing out around in like a search pattern outside of the city. The sounds inside the city itself have kind of died down.
how far from the city are we?
I'd say a couple hundred yards.
Keeping my eye out for more Succubi/Leapers.
Okay.
Any I see with my sword.
Alright. And Terry's is going to look at you, at all of you, and say, "What the hell happened there? What was that thing that dragged off Shaylin and the others?
Tiamat.
And she had the power to tear all of them off the ground and drag them into the skies.
Probably. I think she's like the Dragon Queen or something.
Just, he says, "Damn it!" He looks at you all and he says, "Were you the ones that called those dragons here to fight your battle?"
No.
Hey,
We
do
did
you know
fight
some dude
everybody's
named
battle.
Bork?
Mm-hmm.
Or
They
what's
told
his
you.
name?
He says, "They fucking told you that if they showed themselves, it would be trouble for them all. And you did
Don't
it
change.
anyway."
Don't change the subject. Do you know a dude named Bork?
So, he looks at you, Elwin. He says, "It was you, wasn't it? You asked them to come here." Just, "Never heard of this Vork person. But even if I did,
Okay.
I'm not sure I'd tell you."
All right, Mr. Man. You, sir, seem quite moody, and you're pretty strong, and you should really understand what's kind of going on. So let's pretend there's like gods and massive super demons and shit like that controlling crap. All right, and like let's pretend they're fucking with everything. No matter what, they would have found everybody. They would have killed everybody, brought everybody up there. Um, so we're just little pawns in this game. We're trying to figure stuff out, and you're trying to point fingers. We're doing what we can to survive and save the world. I know you're moody, and I think that you should, help us out because you know what? When you help us out, stuff happens.
He says, "Oh, I don't just need to point fingers."
I pull this like thing of like this book, this ancient.
As you
textbook.
begin to move your hand, he already has his gun pointed at your head,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
much
much
tell him-
faster than you.
Yeah,
And he says
That's fine.
to you, he says to you,
uh-huh.
he says, "Shaylin is gone.
Yeah.
That's
We'll save her."
the second drag." Oh, are you moving towards him, Albrecht?
I want to move him. As I hear him talking, and I get anxious, so I'll look behind me as I'm walking towards the city. And as soon as I see him pull that gun to Deimos' head, I'm running up behind him, and I've got my sword to his throat.
Okay, you're not gonna be you're not gonna be able to close in on him before he reacts.
Yeah, I tell him, roll fast, roll fast, roll fast. And I point in this rusty old book of telling about the ancient gods of old. And I point this thing called the great god lord Midas.
He says
And
to you,
he knows he's going to fuck us over.
his gun's pointed at your head, Deimos, and he says, "That is the second, by my count, the second dragon lover you have taken from me."
No, yes, dang it, sir. Sir, first off, that is not how this works.
I say,
So
hit him with a
are
hand axe.
you throw? He hasn't shot Deimos. You're throwing a hand axe at him,
No, no,
Albrecht?
no, no.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing,
I'm not
Albrecht?
gonna make it there and tear.
Dame was
If that
staring.
gun comes up, I will start running. If he starts acting like he's gonna shoot, I'll unleash a hand axe. Use my 2 attacks to throw 1 javelin and unleash a hand axe.
I tell him,
Okay.
you were really
Towards
controlled
hand.
by a demon really fast, and we saved you. It's not because we're bad people. You save people against demons because we're good people.
Okay.
Demons are
Alright.
bad. Devils are
All right,
bad.
Albrecht, you're shooting it. You're throwing you're moving at him, and you throw a hand axe in his direction. As it
Right
leaves
for
your
his
hand,
hand.
yeah. As it leaves your hand, he's already looking at you. His reactions, like, I guess you can't see his character sheet. His reactions are extremely fast. He already has his gun cloned, and the second gun pointed straight at you. This one blazing of red fire, just basically as if it's from the pit of hell itself. As the axe leaves your hand, his bullet is already on its way to you.
Fucking go. Let me back in that initiative. And go. I'm not taking any more shit of this. Oh, he has no more ammo.
Yeah, that was from before, from the last fight. All right. It just takes him a bonus action to reload.
Bitch.
Okay. Why is he at
Let's go.
disadvantage?
Advantage.
Why is
He
at
has
disadvantage?
advantage because I probably have reckless attack active. Yeah, that's why he has advantage. Bitch.
You shouldn't have disadvantage.
Is he a fiend?
He's not a fiend. He's a tiefling.
That's a fiend. That's fiendish.
That's fiend. That's why. Because protection against evil and good. If it's aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, and undead, they have disadvantage on attack rolls against whoever's protected.
Tieflings are fiend.
Really?
Technically.
They're fiendish something.
They have demon blood.
Yeah, fiend or yeah, definitely.
Technically.
And it's
Okay.
got a 10-minute concentration, so I don't know if it's been 10 minutes yet.
No, I haven't been 10 minutes yet. Okay. All right. So the bullet whizzes by your head, Albric. Your hand axe hits
I
him.
could get you right now.
Go ahead and roll damage against him.
14. 1d6 plus 4. I rolled it right after I threw it because I hit.
Okay. All right. I said that the 14 hit. All right. We're rolling initiative then. All right. That's a natural 20 on his
Shit.
initiative.
Hit.
I'm like, no, don't do this, with a big ass smile on my face. I wanted to kill this guy forever.
I wanted to be his friend, but he keeps shooting me.
Sorry, Euphemia, we didn't heal you. Hopefully you can survive this.
I'm not rolling initiative. I'm just gonna lay here. I'm
Blame you
out.
actually for this
I'm
one.
fucked.
Ed, do not blame you for that one.
Okay. Here we go.
I don't think he'll attack me.
His turn.
Legacy weapon. Guess who's breaking out their legacy weapon? Oh, I need to. Hold on a second.
All right, his turn. He has both his guns out. Deimos, he turns back to you. He says,
I got my arms open. I don't even care. I tell him the truth. I tell him it's we're all pawns in a game. We're doing the best we can. You know, there's greater powers here at work. If you want to shoot me, you already shot me before. But you know what? I think you're
It's
actually
not all
not
about
that
you.
bad of a guy. All right. I personally would like to very much stop these demons and devil things, and I think it would work a lot
Maybe
better
you
if we
should
worked
tell
together.
him how to save the dragons.
Well, obviously, saving the dragons is part of this. I want to
All right.
save everybody.
all right,
Tell him about the
all
person that
right.
we're trying to find.
As you're saying that, he turns back towards the one who attacked him in the first place. All right, Albric, here it comes.
Go. Let's go, Midas. I am so ready for this.
Hits. First hit. That's sneak attack.
God damn.
All right, and the follow-up parallel attack with his whiptail revolver.
That's the one I wanna. I will
Misses.
take that.
All right, second attack. That looks like a
Oh.
hit.
Augment my. I'll go for the maximum just cause.
Okay.
I am
And what does
kinda
that
scared
boost
of
your
wolves,
AC
yeah.
to?
Boost it to 28.
28. He will burn a Battlemaster die and roll a precision attack to make it a hit.
Why don't you? Okay.
He is 3 points in fighter.
Why? Because why not?
Yes, he does.
Because fuck
He's
you,
le-
Albert.
he's level 23. All right. And here's
Too
the
bad our
parallel
DM
attack
won't let us above level
with
19.
his revolver.
Right?
Oh, that's a miss. He will burn a luck to
I
reroll
know
that
he
attack.
fucking will. I know he fucking will.
Oh,
He'll fucking miss again.
all right. And then final attack with his revolver. Natural 1. Ah, why not? Burn a luck. Looks like a hit.
Revolver. I'll take the revolver, yeah. Except
Okay.
for when he does that.
No, I'm just checking out the 2 that he already used.
Okay.
So here's the damage from that. And then the parallel attack with his second gun.
Shit.
Looks like a miss. Let's see here.
Well, an 8 and get a 26. You can't beat my AC with a superiority.
He has one more luck die.
No way. I'm kind of all right with that.
He'll burn it.
Ooh,
Here's-
ties.
So he hasn't actually hit you with this revolver yet, but this is this revolver here.
It's a lot.
Okay. Let's see here. You're still up, aren't you?
Got it, bitch. Yeah, I am barely
He will-
freaking up. I am
Yeah.
12 points away.
Yeah. He
But
just
if
has
he
both
fighter,
guns.
does it mean he have action surge?
Yeah, he has action surge, but he's not going to use it. You see him looking at just staring at you, and you see him holster his revolver. Just drop, he lowers the revolvers, and he turns back to Deimos. He doesn't use his movement. He doesn't use his action surge. He just turns back to you, Deimos. He says to you, "Say what you have to say. How are you going to get Shaylin back? And tell me before I kill this short, fat friend of yours."
Actually, I don't know if he's fat. He's probably got low body fat. He's got a lot of muscle. But that's not the point. Well, so this is my plan. Mastermind Deimos thought of once we, I guess you say get strong enough, / there's probably a portal-y thing. We close that down. All right, we get strong enough. We go to heaven where these things got taken. We go up there. We go fight some demony things. We get these dragon guys back because they're totally our buds. Also, there's a dragon guy we're supposed to meet, and he's Nebular's brother. And if we help him, good things will happen.
You know everything he said other than the brother.
I have 7
Let's find the
charisma.
brother.
I'm rambling off just everything I know.
Okay.
Because I'm
Elwyn and
telling the
Albrecht
truth.
you both get actions. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna step over here and hold my action to cast plane shift. If he does anything else, I'm gonna plane shift him to the elemental plane of water so he can cool the fuck off.
Okay, Albrecht, what are you doing?
Oh shit!
Step up, hold my action. If those pistols move an inch, I'm going to unload one sword attack and probably use like 10 freaking hit dice.
I tell
And
him no.
I'm going to tell him, it's not all about you and your personal vendetta stake. And yes, we do have a plan to save the dragons. It involves finding Nebularos' brother, of the dragon tyrants, and he should be able to help.
Tell him though, like once this world is pretty much down, there's like one little part we can focus all of our efforts on, like going to heaven or the whatever celestial area where it seems like a lot of these guys got dragged.
Okay.
He saw
Alright,
the power of these people.
All right, Deimos. Persuasion check with advantage.
Why is Deimos always doing persuasion?
You're the one who talks. Because you like to talk, man.
Man, guys, so Deimos is never talking again.
Every
So pick it
time.
up.
Oh yeah, take that. That's really good for Deimos. I'm putting out full sentences and everything. You can tell I'm telling the truth. He can tell I'm telling the gosh dang truth.
You can. All right. He says, "Find her. Find the way."
Don't worry, if he
Yes.
kills her, he'll bring back the head.
He
Hey,
says,
I wouldn't bring that up
he,
because
he, he, you see his red gun evaporates and diminishes. He holsters his other gun. He walks right up to you, Deimos. He looks into your eyes, and he says, "I think you are the only one who can get her back. You all." He looks at you. He says, "So I ask you, please, find her."
I give him the solid buddy Jesus.
See, now, when we talk like that, it's a lot better. Now I want to find her. Yes, of course.
I'm going to look him dead in the eyes and say, "I will find her. Raise one of your pistols to me or my party members ever again to slit your throat." I'm going, since I am raging, and we said you said I could do this.
Okay. All right. He turns to you. And he says, "After all this is done, if you bring Shaylin back to me, maybe we'll have our dance."
Will that make Shaylin jealous? I'm confused on this one. Tamos is straight.
I immediately just put my hand over Deimos' mouth.
Oh,
I
okay.
just do it.
Oh, all right. I get it. Don't ask, don't tell.
He points to the city. He says, 3 more of them went that way. You should probably check. I'm sure they're up to no good. I'm
Yeah, we
off
should.
to try to
Only
find
because-
Shaylin."
Only because we want to, not because you told us, though.
He says, "Not that it matters to me." And with that, he steps. He just jumps, like he flexes his legs a little bit, and he leaps and he jumps up into the air and lands like some 15 feet above you, and he begins to just dart off on the air currents.
Man,
Well,
he's
guys, let's go get those things.
got like that
I
whole
got-
16-year-old kid in high school things like, you do this for me because I like this girl because she's got a fat booty. I'm mad at you.
I got some potions if somebody wants potions.
Yeah, I got a couple potions as we're heading over there. We should probably go as fast as we can, though.
I'll reluctantly give one to Euphemia.
Can't we just, like, go rest?
The city's
Give her
good.
2.
I'm pretty much dead. How's the rest of you doing?
1. I got 1 greater and 2 superior left. Albert, you
Oh,
want
my
one?
spell slots. What do you got?
Well, let's see. If we wait an hour for these strong-ass things to go through, bad stuff could happen.
I'll give you one of those.
What was the error?
He was missing a +8 on his second weapon.
Glad he was missing something, not had extra.
Yeah, that's why he was missing you. I had rolling off of strength instead of his dexterity skill.
Alright, I'm
real
out of
quick
potions.
question. Quick question. Out of pure curiosity, when I was riding the back of Zerebor, I was using my breath attack, and there was lava appearing on the ground. How many of the leapers did I kill?
I don't know if that counts as you killing them. I think that counts as the dragon killing them. I mean, I think Frigashar, all those ones he killed should count towards Outbreak.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right,
Those
all right, all right,
charisma
all right,
save.
all right, all right, all right. Let me look at your note here.
I have yet to break 500.
Now the leapers count for quite a bit more. All right, tell me what you guys are doing next, and I'll tell you what happens, and I'll give you your answer in a second.
Well, we gotta go find those bitches. Let's see, who's got
Yeah,
the lowest wisdom? Albric. Deimos, are you proficient in wisdom saves?
Yeah, plus.
Eric, I hope to goddamn he is.
I'm very wise.
Okay, Albric, you can tell that you're just looking at just by feeling your gauntlets, your bracers, I mean, that they have been significantly increased. Like the energy that's been flowing through them has been as you've been in battle before, and as you've been slaying your foes, they've grown in energy, not in any way that has affected you directly in battle. It's almost like they've just been charging up. And you can tell that they are much closer to their goal. You're not exactly sure how much. You're not exactly sure how much life energy the leapers themselves had as you were slaying them. So, you right now you have no idea how close you are.
Oh,
But you can tell it's significantly
didn't.
higher.
Okay, so you'll keep track
Alright.
of it from now on?
Yeah, I know.
Track of it each battle, and then we can confirm numbers at the end.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm feeling much better. Thank you, Euphemia, threw out heal spells. And I say, Elwin, can you teleport us to the city and see if we can see if we can find the Succubi?
Sure.
Okay. Inside Ospium. You guys arrive inside the city, and it is obviously a war zone. All around, as far as you can see, there are smoldering buildings. There's evidence of large places where the wall itself has collapsed. Buildings underneath broken and shredded. Evidence of battles, epic battles with the Leapers, where as the Leapers broke through the barricades and entered the city, the soldiers, the brave human soldiers, and all the other ones that you had summoned, the lycanthropes and the war mages, had fought them valiantly. For every leaper that fell, dozens and dozens of humans and fell as well, and many lycanthropes, as the leapers were much more powerful. Even war mages were torn out of the sky, as leapers just broke through a lot of their magical barriers, or even outright reflected direct spell attacks. And killed the war mages. So there's carnage all over the place. But for the most part, the damage to the city itself was nowhere near as terrible as it could have been. Many of the leapers that had attacked had turned and tried to run back to Inkomel when he issued his call. And since then, the battle itself was that was waged. It was, like I said, fierce, but definitely nowhere near as bad as it could have been. The damage greatly mitigated. Right now, there are currently a few pockets where the armies have coordinated and are hunting down the last few leapers. But of the 3,000 leapers that attacked, you figure a good third of them died outside the walls in all the fire and flame and great dragon attacks. Praktinic himself had gone through, and Shaylin had scorched most of the ones that are outside the walls, and Shaylin had impaled many of the leapers inside the walls. The human armies and the lycanthropes and the war mages had fought off another several hundred, and as best as you can tell, that accounts for most of them. Several hundred had also escaped, but the majority of the leapers have been accounted for. So right now there's a few pockets of skirmishes going around in various parts of the city. But you get there, and you see some of your friends. Owain the Brazen comes up to you. Says, "An incredible battle. Who would have known that the beings of such power were still in this world? We Dragonborn were awed and cowed seeing the great dragons of history past, and to know that even they could fall. This is dire. This is terrible for our time. What do you plan to do to fix this predicament we find ourselves in?"
Predicament. The battle is over. Isn't it just time to rebuild now?
"No, of course not. The dragon monarchs have been uncovered. They've been dragged off into the sky. Did you not see it?"
Yes, we have a plan for that. We're going to find the eighth of the seven, and see, because we've been told he can help.
"I know not of what you speak."
By the way, do you know some Vork dude?
He looks at you. He says, I know not such a name. I do know that there is some turmoil to finish up here in the city, and we must go about repairing it."
Yeah. Have you seen some naked chicks in red?
He says, "I have not, but I will put a word out to my men to report any such beings to you."
Tell them
So
to
don't
be
get too
careful as
close.
well, because they like to charm people and may take over your men.
Cool.
How
It's not
many
as
of them
great
are
as
we
you.
searching for?
I believe 3 of them are the ones that are left.
He ponders for a second. This is him, by the way. He says, "Understood. He says, we will search out any suspicious activity, but our hands are tied at the moment. There are still several pockets of leapers within the city walls. They are very strong, and they are very fast. My men are out trying to track them down. We figure several dozen still remain within the walls. They are smart. They've gone into hiding. They have gathered together to aid each other with their strength. Watch out." He says, "I will send word to you if I see anything suspicious." And he turns and he heads off.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
what do you
gonna
guys
be
wanna
in
do?
the ethereal realm and just fly around the city, see what I can find.
Idea.
Okay,
On you, so we can go to you.
it's a very big city. Tell me the areas that you're looking in, and it's gonna take you hours and hours and hours to cover even a small portion of the city. This is a large city. I mean, it takes you half an hour by foot to walk across like a quarter of it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be.
I've seen these
with my
these
wings.
creatures, right? I've actually
Yes.
talked to them, met them. I'm gonna tell you
The-
guys. Give me
the ladies,
10
the Succubi?
minutes. Yeah.
You're gonna try them?
Yep. I'm gonna scry them.
Okay, never mind then.
Okay. So when you arrive and you start channeling your scry spell, what are the rest of you guys doing?
A
Um,
scry spell.
I'm gonna inspire the scryer.
kind of just chilling, resting while they're doing this stuff.
Could,
Okay.
give him like inspiration or something,
Well, I mean, if you can
The
do
only one with
guidance
inspiration.
it. But yeah,
guide. We can guide.
I'm gonna guide myself to guide Owen. There you go.
How guideful is that?
Pretty guideful.
Must have been guided to
Okay.
think of that.
And when a few minutes go by, and you guys having finally settled down and taking a few minutes to rest, you find yourselves to be a little bit weary. It's been a
How
long
long
day.
did we get to? How long was it gonna take?
It's only been 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Basically,
a little bit
catch your
weary.
breath.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys catch your breath
take
for a little
a-
bit. The fatigue is tiring on your body, but you guys are still healthy. You're still strong. If a little bit spent as far as your ability usage goes. Elwyn, so you scry specifically on the succubi.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and
Find my stupid spell. Oh, there it is.
yeah, with the orb, it's like DC 15 charisma, like wisdom saving throw to resist it. I'm pretty sure. What I want you to do is to roll me 3 charisma checks.
17. Charisma checks.
Okay. It takes you a little while to hone in on them, but and as you're sitting there thinking about it, you realize that in your interaction with them and having them in your mind, these creatures were pretty feral. They were pretty very strong, very passionate, and very single focused in their thinking and their focus. But they're also not stupid at all. They were tactical. They were smart, and they had knowledge of you guys that that betrays that they had either been watching you or had been informed about you or something like that. As you scry, you're able to find two of them throughout the city, and as you view them, they're very shifty, shadowy forms, because they're partially in the ethereal realm, and the scry doesn't really grip onto them, but you do see them tracking down 2 individuals that you know quite well.
Who? Is it Bork?
Darius
Oh, come on. Come on.
and
Yep,
Quigley.
figured. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be trouble.
You see them
Okay,
basically stalking behind them, basically just like shadows behind them. Quigley is walking in a part of the town to the north. His pillar is covered in like splattered leaper blood. He's got scrapes and scratches all over him. You can tell that he was a big part of the fight. Darius is recovering inside the palace. He's basically just resting. He had been fighting as well, but he had already been very weary from his days and days of travel. And this succubi, as he's reclining and basically in the bathtub, is hovering behind him, just like his eyes are closed, and you can see her standing over him, weaving an enchantment, just trying to work her way into his mind. Right? So Darius is in the palace. Quigley is somewhere to the north, in the middle, like basically on the front lines of the rest of the fight.
Darius first because Quigley's resistant to magic.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Let's do it.
Stated that Succubus quickly finds out what she's doing.
Okay?
Is
so
there
you're heading to
a
the palace?
teleportation circle at the palace?
Yes.
Because I just read this. I had my plane shift. I can use it like a teleportation circle.
Okay.
I think. Hold on. Let me double check.
Plane shift. I didn't know you
Alternately,
could, but-
if you know the sigil sequence of a teleportation. Oh no, it's got to be on another plane of existence.
Yeah, that's
Never
what I
mind.
thought. On another plane, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can use another teleport to get us there.
I think that's the best.
Or how far are we from the temple or from the castle or the palace?
I'll say that you guys kind of went teleported to the middle of town, so you're like right here. 20 minutes by foot through the streets. By air, much faster, maybe 5 or 6 minutes.
I only have 2 teleports left, and we're gonna need one to get to Quigley. It's up to you guys.
telekinesis do you have to carry Deimos and I?
If there's 4 of us, can you female fly?
She can.
Yeah, I'll carry the dwarf if you carry Deimos.
Let's call my dragon. Wait!
Your
That will take.
your dragon is nowhere to be found.
God damn it!
Did call, and that'd probably take about 10 minutes. So
Fine, I'll just get my wings and I'll like huff and puff and I'll carry that fat act of a woman.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. You guys start heading back towards the castle. All right. And
as
5 minutes.
Owen is
Go on.
as Owen is flying me, I'm going to say I much prefer Southwest to Delta or to United.
As
I'm
you
gonna
guys are
drop
flying over this part of the city, and 5 minutes becomes about 3 minutes. So if you're dashing and you guys are trying to make all speed, you do see down below you several lycanthropes, a couple of wolves and what looks like a mastodon chasing down and having grabbed hold of a leaper. The leaper turns and snarls and slashes at one, just shredding the wolf down. This is in the alleyway below you, shredding the wolf and kind of basically splitting it in half. But this big mastodon, this elephant-like creature, impales it. Its tusk, unable to basically break the skin before, but now with this knocked plume coating their claws and their fangs and their tusks, you can see it just like just eating through the skin of the leaper and just punching its tusk straight through the leaper's torso. And as it does that, and as it impales the leaper, the other wolf descends on it, just with claw and fang, just ripping up at the leaper's back. The thing snarls and howls, and as you guys it's passing out of your vision, you can see big plumes of reddish and white steam rising off of its form. You guys do sit down in the palace. You rush towards where you know the prince would be. As you head in that direction, you do come up. You're rushing across the courtyard over to the prince's, basically the palace area where the chambers are, and entering into the inner circle of the inner wall of the palace. You get there and you see Queen Falza there, surrounded by her royal guard. Just all basically attending her. She turns towards you, and she holds out her hand in front. She says, "Stop! Stop right where you are."
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on her.
Okay. You go ahead and burn it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a charisma check.
Oh shit.
As
Do I
you
still have
cast
that
the spell-
inspiration from Euphemia?
It's been longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah, it has. Okay.
As you cast the spell magic, you see it flash around her, and her eyes narrow at you. "Did you see what he just did?" She turns to her guards. "He just tried to attack me!" "The nerve of him!" she says. She turns to all the guards and she says, "Men, defend your queen!"
I'm gonna say, hey, wait, whoa. There has been somebody help me out here.
I'm
Succubus.
going to shout
Mind
out at the
controls.
top of my lungs. Your queen's under the influence of a succubus.
You guys know magic. You know that this is like anti-magic.
So
spell
I'm
casting, not a
typing up my
text.
report while we do this.
I wouldn't be raging. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to shout out at the top of my lungs. Influence of a succubus. Don't listen to her.
So there's basically like 40 guards, 40 royal guard inside this courtyard, and they all turn and you see them drawing their swords and their spears, and they lock their shields forward in formation as they face you, and they say,
What's going on?
"Threaten our queen, will you?" And they start, "You heard her, men! Move out!" And they start advancing towards you guys.
Persuasion check does nothing.
What's going on?
Your persuasion check
Also-
does not convince them. They have been given a direct order from their queen.
Hello? Can
Okay.
anyone
As
hear
soon
me?
as I get the chance again, I'm gonna cast that spell again.
Okay.
And hopefully Deimos will guide me this time.
Okay, so these are her royal guard. Give me
Yeah,
one
we can hear
second
you.
here. I can hear you. Who is talking? Euphemia?
Yeah, you can hear me, but you don't know who's talking.
I was in the middle of talking, so I was not answering you at the
Well, I'm
moment.
trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
You guys got to the palace and
Disconnected.
were confronted. You're confronted by Queen Falza, and she told you to stop. And Elwyn tried to cast a dispel magic on her, and he rolled poorly. And she said that she called out to her royal guard that you guys were trying to attack the queen, and she called on them to defend her. That's basically what happened. And now the guards are all moving in your direction. One second. Almost done. Oh shit. Where'd I put that?
Oh.
Yes.
And I went away for a second to throw something away, so I didn't know what happened.
I'm just setting up the battle map.
You're good. I came back and there was absolute silence for like 10 seconds, and I was like,
Almost done. I have this token that I think is pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Okay. So these guards in formation begin to advance towards you guys. What do you do?
As soon as I can cast the spell again, I will try again.
Okay. The queen has begun to recede. You're in the courtyard. You see right now she's walked behind a pillar on the other side of the courtyard. She's quickly leaving your line of sight, and these guards are doing a lot to gain your attention.
I
distract you.
will immediately start running towards the queen. Where is she?
She's back here, in this direction.
Running through and like barreling and shoving these people out of the way as best I can.
Alright, hold on a second then. If you're going to be engaging with them in contact, then we're going to need to roll. Because their weapons are drawn, and they are coming at you guys. I almost got
Hey,
them all.
Midas,
Yes.
here are all effects from me just real quick so I can just reset everything.
Okay.
Because I would have stopped raging as well. So, but anyways,
All right. Got it. So, you effects. All right, I cleared your effects. I am populating the combat sheet. There we go. All right. All right. So Albrecht, you take your turn first, and we can sort of role play our way through this. You charge through and you bust right into the center of them. All right. You're just shoving them out of the way and everything. I need you to roll me an athletics check.
cute. Say that my my Dominal might apply to athletics check, or was it just strength saves and checks?
Indomitable might. It rolls. It
I'll
works
give-
on checks.
I'll give you a good slap on the ass to get you going if that helps.
Advantage. That would work on a athletics check.
If your total for a strength check is less than your strength score, you can use that score in place of the total. So you don't get advantage. You just can't roll less than a 27.
Yeah. From the slap on the ass is my question.
Oh no.
Okay. It gives me advantage in my heart, Ellen.
That's where it counts.
All right, so you get 27. All right, so you just go shoving through these guards, and as soon as you hit them, they all start turning in and pounding on you, and the attacks start flying. Great swords come out.
Since I would have moved 15 feet in a straight line, they would have a couple of them would have been pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay, so we'll call the first two just get blasted back, and you see their lines just collapse as you charge into the middle and start blasting them back. You do make it through, pretty far into the back line before the ones that have all begun to collapse around you just begin to pound and attack. So great swords come out. You hear crossbows twanging, and a couple of maces are flying through the air. So I'm gonna roll several of these at you.
Soldier, so I don't expect much, but my hand is hovering above my plus.
Okay, so one of them hits. I have one hit of all those.
Want to AC?
Alright. So you activate your AC is what, 25 now? Okay. So with your flashing your sword's ability, your AC jumps up, and you're batting attacks away. You're just rolling with the attacks and just pushing everything off. That's as far as you can get.
That's
All right,
my
Deimos, Euphemia, Elwyn, what are you guys doing?
All right, so Queen go.
The queen is out of sight. You don't know where she is.
She within 120 feet?
Not that you know of.
Well then, I will scare all these motherfuckers. I'm gonna go roar.
Okay.
Just like that.
Yeah, and it's very scary.
Okay. What's the range on your ability?
It is 60 feet.
So as you shout that out, you can tell that your dragon scream has an effect on all of them. They're definitely intimidated by your presence. They're also still attacking Albrecht. Anything else?
Yes,
Ellen.
as a bonus action. Well, I'm gonna move like right here, or as far as I can go, like up to here.
Okay, as you do that, people, some of them, they fall away from you. A couple of others in the back are firing crossbows at you, but none of them want to be near you. You're very scary to them.
Okay, I'll move all of my movement to where I can go, and then I will bonus action Misty Step further to try to catch the queen.
Okay, so as you get into this range, several crossbow attacks do come your way. So here it comes.
Can they attack me when they're scared of me?
Yes,
Yeah,
they just can't move towards you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like
So I have 1, 2, 4 hits right now. Are you gonna do anything?
Oh shit, I was muted. With my shield, my AC is 24. So
Okay,
3
so
would hit.
3 hits.
Actually, I won't even shield then.
Okay, 4 hits.
Which one's the fourth one? My AC is 19 without shield.
3. Okay, so just 3 hits.
Yeah.
And oh, wrong one. 10. Okay, 10 more to you. Alright, so crossbow bolts twang through the air. A couple of them hit you. You feel the bolts punch into your side, and then you misty step 30 feet in this direction. Deimos and Euphemia, what are you doing?
Deimos is gonna. I'm gonna help try to just bust through with Albrecht. I'm gonna charge through and kind of try to push him through along with me as much as I can.
Okay. So you good charging in? Are you like dashing?
Yeah, I'm dashing. I'm like trying to just push. Like I see where Albrecht's at. I'm just gonna try to keep shoving us both through as much as we can as we get through here. I don't care.
Alright, you slam into them and you shove people aside, and Albrecht, with Deimos pushing you, you break through the back end of their front line. So Deimos, as that happens, a bunch of sword attacks and stuff come your way.
Okay.
The men are shouting and they're yelling, so you hear some great sword attacks that come at you. Okay, these are all misses. And oh, there's one hit.
Always.
One great sword manages to get under your armor. Actually, are you wearing like a chainmail bikini or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, and the crossbow bolts miss you. Alright, being the high level that you guys are, you can obviously you can shrug off a lot of these attacks, but a couple of them, like one sword attack does get in nice and good. Alright, Euphemia, what are you up
Doesn't
to?
really matter, but it wasn't magic. Was it magic?
No.
All right, I'll change it. I didn't set my effect on me by accident.
Okay. Euphemia, what are you doing?
I'm going to be in the ethereal realm, and I'm going to just start flying over the courtyard and head up into the castle towards Darius's room. Unless I see something.
Okay. Alright,
Do I see
so you
anything?
head up towards, you're heading up towards Darius' room? You're gonna fly over
Yeah.
there? Alright, what you do see, as you're coming that direction, is meeting you in the air, his golden paladin wings blazing, charging straight towards you, is Darius Brightlord.
I'm in the other realm.
Alright, well, he flies right past you.
Was there a succubus anywhere nearby?
No. Not that you saw.
I'm still going to head towards his room.
Okay. So you're off.
Actually,
And in this direction, Darius is.
Wait. Do I have... Just trying to see if I have Dispel Magic.
Well, you're in the ethereal realm, so you wouldn't be able to dispel him from the ethereal realm.
Yeah, but I can come
So-
out of the ethereal realm.
Not you entered this turn.
I don't think there was anything about coming in and coming out, though.
You can only activate your gauntlet once per turn.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
And I don't have
Okay.
a Dispel Magic anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, so you guys on the floor, I don't know if you necessarily see this, but Darius is coming in, his golden wings blazing, his long sword, or his great sword, the legacy weapon Lex Divina, held clutched in his hands as he comes hurtling down to where you guys are. Albrecht, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go duel this motherfucker. The revenge for Killjack, even though he's not here, because he lost last time, if I remember correctly. That's definitely 15 feet in a straight line. Rage.
A couple of these knights are going to get opportunity attacks off on you.
Oh, that's fine. I have advantage because I won't reckless attack till I get there.
Okay.
This guy dropped to 12, technically.
One of them's going to hit you, but go on.
I should have the resist 10 back on because of it wouldn't happen until I got there. So I would take half of 11. I'd take 5 of 5 temporaries. Perfect. I activate. I do believe I have him targeted. And I'm just gonna start dueling this guy.
Okay. That's a hit.
Those, by the way.
I'm gonna turn back and say, "Oh shit, they got Albert too." Dispel magic.
Target both of
On
us
who?
and twin it.
Albert.
You're dispelling Albrecht?
I'm just kidding. I will though on my turn.
And not waste it. Metagame a little bit there.
Did I miss something? Is Albert?
Oh, I didn't. I'm just gonna hold him off, and so you guys can go get the queen and the other Succubi.
Okay, so you go in there, and as he lands, you're right on him. You tear away from the group of soldiers. They slash at you, they tear at you, but they're not able to really hurt you. And you come pummeling into him, into Darius Brightlord with your great sword. Anything else?
Add 1 hit dice to that last spiked armor attack.
How much was it? I didn't see it.
And I add my hit dice for damage and heal. Okay.
6. Okay, so you did 70 damage to him.
Do I see the queen anywhere?
Misty steps over here. So basically, this is a building on this side here. So like there's actually a building here with doors and pillars and that kind of stuff. So at this vantage point, no. You figure that this is pretty soon after she steps in there. So you think that if you were able to enter the building, you have a good chance of being able to find her.
Okay, I will definitely enter the building.
Okay. You rush into the corridors.
Oh, and when I get to Darius, I said, make sure you keep your men off us so this can be an honorable duel between us. Just for hopes and prayers.
Do I see her?
See if I can kill this sense of honor.
Perception check.
Perception.
you see her dashing, just like her the tail of her cloak, turn a corner of into a room about 20 feet down the corridor in front of you, on the left.
Okay. Now that I know where she's at, I will target her with my Dispel Magic, and I also saw Darius outside. Is he within 120 feet?
No, we're gonna say that's out of range.
Okay, so I'll just cast it on her.
Okay. Roll your charisma check.
God damn it.
Outside in the courtyard, Darius is gonna look at you. His face noble, his eyes focused. You can tell that he has accepted your challenge as he marks you with his vow of enmity. I guess it doesn't matter, he already has advantage on you.
Do I just to make sure I see the mark of enchantment on him? About it?
Yeah,
in his
absolutely.
eyes. You said there was
His
something
eyes,
with your
yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, his eyes have a reddish tint to them.
I mean, I wouldn't have felt too bad anyways, because it would have just been a mistake, and I could leave him and go get the queen, but I'm excited for this duel. So.
Okay.
Well, last time I challenged the guy with another legacy weapon to a duel, it didn't go too well, so I almost died.
Alright. He casts, he places a staggering smite on his blade.
Yep.
And comes at you with both his attacks. I guess he got
that'll hit.
Okay, so that's a hit. He's going to burn. He's going to burn his divine smite. Where's my divine smite button?
Assume he will. Assume he will.
Oh man, I don't have a divine smite button on this character.
Oh, you failed as a paladin.
How did I not build that in? Here, I gotta actually manually add it. Okay. Alright, 5th level divine smite. Actually, it's 4th level, that's all you need to do. Here comes the damages. Blasts you with, there's a golden shock of radiant energy that ripples all around on you.
That's perfect.
Yeah, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Saving throw, do I? I'm fine.
Right, you succeed. You are not staggered with his staggering smite. His second attack, he is going to do the same thing. Attack you again.
Definitely be adding 2 to my AC.
Okay.
Old.
You deflect this sword attack with your the edge of your blade. All right, that's his turn. So we're going over to Deimos. What are you up to, Deimos?
Deimos has done it once, he's going to do it again. Well, even though I'm being polite about this one, I'm going to move these guys out of the way as I run over here. And I'm going to smack Darius with a Greater Restoration. And I will once again look at, because Albrecht sounds a lot like Kildrak. And, you gotta stop fighting this guy. You're gonna get your butt kicked. But yeah, I'll Greater Restoration.
Yeah, when I was level 13 I would have, but now I'm a little bit more confident.
Yeah, but we need him. We need him. Yeah, so I'll do that on him.
Okay. You focus your energies. You guys are curing these guys before Albrecht can really get into a fight. Darius shakes his head, his eyes blink, and he drops his sword, and he drops to his knees, and he's clutching his head. His wings just kind of still resting on the ground beside him. He looks up. He says,
"Yep.
What have I done?"
It happened again. You gotta watch out for getting mind controlled, bro.
It seems I have a penchant for being turned against mine own allies.
Yep.
He looks up and he sees the guards just beginning to charge in and come down. So a hail of arrows and sword attacks have come down on both you guys.
Tell them to stop freaking attacking us.
Yeah. Oh, look at this crit on Deimos. Okay. 5 damage. Alright, a couple more arrows at Deimos. A couple greatsword attacks at Deimos. Can you believe my freaking luck? I guess I need like natural 20. And then here's the few that come at Albric. A couple crossbow attacks. 26 is a miss. Damn. Oh, 27 is a hit. He used his reaction already. And a couple greatsword
That'll come
attacks.
through.
Natural 20.
Oh, there's my crit.
Last one. Alright.
Yours.
And Darius stands up, he flares his wings, and he shouts out to his men, "Stand down!" And the men are briefly confused. And they said, "These men tried to kill the Queen Mother. We saw it with our own eyes. They attacked her." Darius turns to you all. His sword still in hand. He says, "Is what they say true?
Oh,
Why would you
cast Dispel
attack my
Magic.
mother?"
oh my goodness gracious, sir. Everyone's just, yeah. Damos is done with this. Don't even ask these questions. You were just controlled by a gosh dang Succubus.
Has my mother been taken under as well?
Yeah, that's why
But
we're
did it-
here.
He didn't even attack her. He just cast Dispel Magic and he failed because he's a terrible sorcerer.
Hey,
Where is my mother? We must attend to her at once.
That's what we're trying to do.
Went that
Okay.
way.
He's
And I point
he
the direction
flares his
Elwyn
wings
went.
up and he starts to fly towards the building. Okay, Elwyn, in the building, you round the corner and you see Falls of Brightlord standing in a room, holding a longbow. Being an she's an older woman. She's in her, I guess the equivalent would be in her 50s, but she's still tall and strong and regal, and definitely as an Amazon warrior, actually a princess of the Amazon tribe, holding the longbow pointed straight at you. What do you do as you enter the doorway?
I will cast Dispel Magic.
Okay, roll it. As you do
Also,
that,
it's
she looses the arrow.
As much as I don't want to do this again, leave early. I was going because I got a call from work. I'm gonna have to head in a few hours early, so I'm gonna have to probably get off because I gotta go to work in like an hour.
An hour. Damn.
Hour and 20 minutes, but I gotta get ready and drive down. And it takes me about 20 minutes to get there.
Okay. All right, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I should be good for next week. I thought I was be good for this one, but I was wrong.
That's all right. I understand. Life happens.
Yeah.
Would it be, just out of curiosity, would it be, like, I'm not trying to change the schedule anytime soon, but if in the future, in several months, if we could change the start time to be earlier, would that be better for you?
Probably a little bit.
I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
probably a little bit better for me. In all honesty, but obviously I can still keep taking naps and whatever. I ain't gonna
Alright,
leave
just
this
curious.
game.
I'm not sure I'll be able to, but
Cat naps.
Oh, you know it.
You know, nowadays
Yeah, I
I
just got
don't
stuck
get
on
off.
like a new project since the Xbox thing got through, so they're making me work on stupid stuff now.
Euphemia, what time do you get off?
8:30.
Oh, okay. So that's right before game time. All right, yeah. I
Yeah,
it
it
wouldn't be
doesn't
anytime
slow
soon.
down
I'm
for
not
me
sure what day
until
too.
like right before we start.
Yeah. So I
Okay,
can keep doing
that's
this, no
fine.
problem. It's
We'll
just
leave it
I
then.
think I say probably like once every 3 weeks. I might have a little bit weird schedule just because I got a new project, but I should be good from that point on.
Okay, sounds good. All right, have a good night.
See you guys.
Deimos.
So Elwyn,
Later, bro.
the arrow gets loosed at the same time as you cast your spell. Her attack is 27 to hit as she's firing this golden longbow. You recognize it because you've seen it on the wall in the throne room. You assume it was hers when she was a warrior. But it's a 27 to hit to you, and it comes in.
I'm assuming this is gonna hurt like a motherfucker.
Well, it's a pretty serious longbow. Okay, that's the piercing
rolled well.
damage. Yeah, they're all ones. And this comes in as radiant damage behind it. The arrow strikes you in the chest. And you can feel the shock just like pound through your system. And as that happens, you hear her drop the longbow and gasp as she looks at you, and she says, "Elwyn, I'm so sorry." And she comes rushing towards you, and she puts a hand on the spot where the arrow is piercing through your chest. She says, "I'm sorry, Elwyn. I did not mean it."
It's okay. But we must find Quigley, and we must find these succubuses that have been taking over you and your brother, and I mean your son, and they're looking for Quigley as well.
Brother.
Just, my mind was not my own. Just, we must find them. What do you need? How can I help? At that point, Darius comes bursting in the room, his sword blaze. His mother, are you well?
Okay.
Yeah, and go on. And she says, "Yes, Elwyn has freed me from the chains of my mental enslavement." She says, "Darius, aid him. He says there are several of these succubi at loose, and they may be after Quigley as well." All right. So, Ellen, what do you want to do?
I'm going to describe the section of the city that I last saw, where I saw Quigley when I scryed him.
Okay, that was the northern part of the city. They acknowledge where it is. It's a decent ways away. It's a good 15 minutes by carriage if they mounted up or if they took horses right now and went through the main thoroughfare. It'd take a while to get there. Darius says he can fly there quicker. Euphemia, are you still here? Where'd you go?
Yeah, now I'm here.
Alright.
Every time I get disconnected, Fancy Grounds decides to...
Okay. From the ground, you hear a crash of battle as up in the air above Euphemia has, in the ethereal realm, dragged two of these succubi that she'd found floating above up in the air. The ones who had been concentrating on their charm spells on Darius and on the Queen. She has them both by their hair, and they're clawing and slashing at her as they all just drop out of the ethereal realm.
I will immediately run my sword through one of them.
Okay, so this is up in the sky. So you're gonna have to figure out a way to get up there. But assuming you're able to do so.
I thought she dropped into the ground, like right.
No, they drop out of the ethereal realm, so they're up in the sky still.
Oh,
Or
are they
something
like falling?
They're 80 feet up in the air. Euphemia is has a hand on both of their hair, and she's still, and they're managing to barely. They're slowly falling. It's not like free fall. They're kind of gliding down.
That's a little bit out of my throwing range, and technically that hand axe was too, but we won't talk about that.
Okay.
I had disadvantage on that, but I'll say, if you want to throw one of them my way, I can take care of them. If that would work.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
she got like a 19,
Euphemia
right?
should be logging back in. Yeah, Euphemia. So you are able to find two of the succubi and rip them out of the ethereal realm by grabbing onto them, and teleporting yourself to the material plane. And somehow it worked on bringing them both through as well. So right now you're all descending down to the ground. What do you want? And you see Albrecht down below you with his sword ready. What do you want to do, Euphemia?
Sorry guys, give me a second. I'll trying to get all my shit set up.
While she does that, I'll slap a protection from good and evil on myself and Darius, and we'll take off flying,
Okay.
trying to find Quigley.
Alright, you guys start flying to the north.
Okay. Is there a way I could like shape wall of ice around both of them? And let
As
them
you're
drop
right now,
to the
you're
ground?
holding on to them. You're trying to wall of ice around both of them, And yourself?
Yeah, like an orb. Not around me. Kind of like slam them together and just like ice. Just I don't need to use a whole ice ball of ice spell, but just enough to like case them in ice.
Okay, yeah, sure. Make an
Doesn't-
athletics check to see if you can actually move them together as close as they need to be.
A what?
Athletics. Okay. As you're struggling with them. You're what?
No, I just never.
Yeah, you're not able to quite get them into position as you're struggling with them. You do manage to drag them lower down to the ground though. So Killdrack, right now they're about
Can I
40
do
feet
one
above
of
your
them?
head. You're trying to encase her in ice.
Just one of them.
Sure. You'll have to release the other one because you need a spell to cast. You need a hand free to cast a spell.
Well, actually, it's a dagger that casts a spell.
Are you
Still
holding
would
the
need a
dagger?
hand. Yeah, you still need a hand.
Okay, well, then that's okay, I guess.
Okay.
And
so you're
After I do that, then I'll just fly after the other one. And I'll let
Alright,
the
so you're
one
gonna drop
chase
one of
them.
them. Okay. That one starts to try to fly away, and you're gonna cast Wall of Ice
Oh, I
on
can-
Succubus number 1, and you drop her, right? And then you fly away towards to catch the other one. All right, so Kildrak, our Albrecht, coming down to you is a Succubus sheathed in ice.
Does this
like
do
just,
damage to her?
I think it
Ice
does.
ball? Which one am I doing it?
Number 1. They're immune to cold, so it's not gonna matter. No, they're only
Oh,
resistant.
yeah?
Go ahead and roll it. They're resistant. It'll do half damage. Okay. So coming down to you is the Succubus entrapped in a sphere of ice, Albrecht. And Euphemia, you go chasing after the one that's flying away.
I'm going to just basically bring my sword above my hand in the final blow pose and just stab it straight into the ice, trying to see if I can stab right into her through the ice.
Absolutely. As she lands, you go ahead and do that. Go ahead and run unload
Attack
your
roll.
attacks on her. Yeah. Your
Do I
full
need an attack roll?
barrage of actions. She's, yeah, but she's basically incapacitated inside this, so she's. Here, I'll put the effects on her. And basically, it's guaranteed advantage, and hits become crits because she's incapacitated inside there.
Attack recklessly. I will attack recklessly for that. No advantage, or no crit, so I'll just roll 2 more d6.
Yeah, you have to hold shift.
Incapacitated effect would have done it, but
It should be on her. I don't know why it's not working.
yeah, only 4d10 total.
Okay.
5d10. No, 4d10 total. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. As she lands, I mean that put her within 2 hit points, and as the ball hits the ground and the shock of the falling damage just like cracks the ice open, you see this burning up female red-skinned form just like emitting black smoke as her body begins to shrivel up and basically dissolve back into the which realm did they come from? Back to the abyss. Okay? Yeah, she's dead. She's dead. Combination of the falling damage and your crits as she landed. Euphemia, you're chasing this one in the air. I'm going to move you guys down here so we have more room to see. How are you trying to attack her as she's flying away?
Sword out. Or how far away is she from me?
She's faster than you. I think. Or do you have 60-foot fly speed or 30-foot?
Guess we're gonna have to look.
If it's the fly spell, I think you have 60-foot. Yeah, so you have the same
No,
speed.
I don't. Oh, yeah. What's she have?
Thought I was her drow
60
wings.
foot.
So we're the same
Her
speed.
drow wings are a reskinned fly spell.
Well, no, they're
So how-
wings.
They're actual wings? From
Yeah.
a different ability? Okay, so what's your fly speed?
I always remember
That's
she
it.
was super slow flying.
That's just 60.
Never mind, I was wrong.
All we
Alright,
did was
that's fine.
change the name of it.
Okay. So how are you going after her?
I'm flying.
Okay,
But,
she's flying just as fast away from you, so you can't catch her right now. Doing that.
Um,
Excuse me.
and I... Did use the same thing. Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna dimension door right in front of her
Okay.
and attack.
Okay. Alright, so you get one attack, basically your bonus action. That will
Kinda
hit.
assume that it-
Okay. Anything else?
That was basically everything I got.
Okay. As that happens, she is going to turn and she's going to scream as you appear in front of her and slash her with your sword. She's going to turn the other direction and fly off this way, 60 feet. You can get
Okay.
an opportunity attack
Well-
on her.
Yeah.
That'll hit. Okay.
Fly after her. And I'm going to do a level 7 multi-attack.
Okay.
So, 7
Roll it.
attack.
Alright, they are all hits.
Oh, and I forgot to do the blood thing. Damn it.
She's dead anyway,
That's okay.
so.
They killed her. Alright, as you teleport, or you fly up to her, your sword sings through the air, and there's a flurry of sword slashes, and you're hacking apart demon flesh and bone and horn and hair fly everywhere. She screams as her body begins to, the pieces of it begin to dissolve back into the abyss realm. Alright. The soldiers on the ground are apologetic as the queen has calmed them down and told them about what was going on. She sends them out to begin to look for any more people who have begun to turn away from the way, basically their proper path. But Darius and Elwyn, but at this point you have flown most of the way across the city.
Do we see a big ass motherfucker Quigley?
That beat up
Roll
bitch
perception check.
Succubus. You guys are worrying over nothing. Quigley's got this.
Alright. You guys land at the place where you had scried earlier, Elwyn. And you get there, and you look around for Quigley, and it takes a little bit of searching, but you eventually find him, you and Darius. You track him down, and he's there, having just finished up a fight. You can tell that there's a carnage all around his feet, and there's several lycanthropes and mages in the area as well, but not exactly near Quigley. There's the corpses of leapers all around. You count, maybe 8 or 9 of them in the area. And as Quigley there standing on the corpse of a leaper, it's currently, just bathed in steam. And he also has in his hand, by the hair, this succubus. She's screaming. She's screaming. It'll be this one, the one on the right. Her. She's screaming. She's trying to pull away and stuff, but Quigley's just holding on to her head. And he looks up at you. Quigley, find Red Girl. Red Girl tried to hurt Quigley's head. Quigley not like that.
I'm gonna point at her and say, Quigley smash.
Interrogation.
Quigley smash Red Girl.
Yes.
He looks at her and he says, "You not make good choice. Try hurt Quigley." And she screams. And he picks her head up, right, and her whole body after her, and he just like pile drives, just like straight on piston drives her head down into the ground. There's a sickening crunch. There's a splatter of brain and blood, as her head is basically collapsed into the stone floor. And her body, like, still convulsing on the ground. Quigley picks his hand up and like shakes off the gore off his hand, as her body begins to dissolve away in this black, crunchy, ashen material that fiends become when they die. Quigley shakes it off and says, he looks at Darius. He says, "Friend safe. Quigley glad." Okay.
I'm gonna say, Quigley, you just gave me the most awesome idea of a spell I want to create whenever I level up. It's gonna be called Quigley Smash.
He looks at you. He says, "Yes, Quigley smash." All right. It's the sun has begun to dip down into the sky, into the night sky. It's been a long, tiring day. But as best as you can tell, most of the city has been restored. There's beginning to be cheers and shouts of victory all around the town, as what was before a very desperate and stressed and anxiety-filled, tense situation, has the tide has turned. The handful of pockets of leapers around the city are quickly being corralled, and men, women, and children, and soldiers, and the heroes have basically emerged all over town. The resiliency of the human population here has really shown through, as you see people carrying wounded and coming to the aid of others who need help. Some people who had sacrificed themselves to save others. Some people who had thrown themselves into battle and become unlikely heroes. All around the town, the Erolinian human, the resilient human population here has really come through in shining fashion, making it through this battle. There have been militias of all sorts, even the underground, the gangs, and the criminal element had come out and fought with their own sets of magic weapons and that kind of thing. Caliota herself had wielded her singing blade and her dancing blade, and even unleashed some high level magic to keep the leapers at bay. Telephos himself was responsible for the death of hundreds of leapers, along with his war mages. The lycanthropes had suffered some casualties. The Ancient One had gone full Tyrannosaurus Rex form up in the northwestern section of town, and had torn and literally shredded leapers, and he has a big pile of leaper corpses there. And all in all, it's been a very long and tiring day. But victory has been attained. Inkamel and his leaper horde have been put down, and you guys have secured victory in Ospium.
I'm going to go to sleep, and then I'm going to search the city for every single leaper I can find until they're all dead, so that way I can unlock these gauntlets finally.
As you guys go back to your, and we'll end it here since it's getting pretty late and Deimos isn't here. As you guys retire to the palace after a long day, I mean, you got bruises and wounds all over your body. The magic that you've used to patch yourselves up, it doesn't really make up for a nice rest and real healing. It's more like a stopgap to keep you going. You have aches all over your body. You're still in shock after you can barely believe the majesty and power that you saw today. The fights and basically you guys are still in adrenaline shock, and you can't shake this nagging sense of dread and worry at what Malconthet is going to do now that she has all 7 of the dragon monarchs.
Oh god.
But
Yeah.
you guys do manage to settle down and kill Elbrick. It's almost an absent-mindedly as you retire in your room. You remove your armor. You put your sword in its sheath and you set it down. And you're going to take off your bracers, and everything is dirty and smudged, and some of your armor is chipped and scratched. And you look down at your gauntlets, and you realize that they are entirely different than when you last saw them.
If you could see me through my webcam right now, I'd be doing a happy dance.
Okay.
You are Grumash now.
Do we level up?
Please give me these bad puppies. Mashi Giant Maker. I like the sound of that. Enter rage. User me. Ashes braces. As large, 15 feet tall, plus 10 to all strength and constitution based checks. I like it. Max hit points are tripled. There we go.
I'm gonna make a saddle, and then I'm gonna ride you to battle when you rage.
Okay.
I like it. Thank you very much, Midas.
You're
Do
welcome.
we
You guys
level up
earned
though?
it. Yes, you do. Everybody, welcome to level 20.
Yeah, I thought we were 18, so.
No, we're
You're
we're
level
level
19.
20.
Now you're level 20.
Oh.
All right.
The belt I
So,
just bought 10 sessions ago is now completely useless to me. Natural strength is 28.
the fuck
Yeah,
is
your
Sorcerer's
Constitution goes up.
Restoration?
by 4 also.
My constitution goes up to 4. My natural strength is 28. Of giant strength. Because 29 is the same, isn't it?
That's a shitty level
Yeah.
20 bonus for a sorcerer.
What is it? Sorcerer's Restoration. You gain 4 expended sorcery points whenever you finish a short rest.
It's like they said, yeah, fuck you guys, fuck you sorcerers.
It should be you gain all of your sorcery points. Here, make it all sorcery points.
Awesome, thank you.
Oh, that also means, can you apply a long rest to us so that way our hit points go up or we can add our hit points?
Long rest. All right. Well, it's been.
Can I?
Oh, go on.
Oh no, I was gonna
What?
say if I could hit you up on here on Discord, I'll just send you some messages with a custom spell, see if you approve or disapprove.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Okay, cool.
Well, it's taken 94 sessions, but you guys are all finally level 20. This was session number 94. And
You should have done it on session 100.
I should have. I should have. But you guys have earned it. I mean, I'd always planned to level you guys up once you killed Inkamel. Um, but yeah, cool.
I'm just waiting for
And then,
the PHP to load real quick. It'll take on my.
Dude, thanks for running it. Today was really cool. For you not being prepared, I had a lot of fun today.
good. Good.
Notice any of that stumbling?
You know, I'd actually forgotten because I had like in the 15 minutes while Deimos was gone, was late. I was writing up the next development points, but then I forgot that we'd left off at the Succubi battle. I'm like, oh, okay, so I actually didn't need to prepare. so, so I actually had the next session planned already too, for the most part.
That must feel nice.
You guys got to figure out who Vork is, and you got to figure out a way to get to the dragons before Malcontet screws up the world.
hit points.
Level 20. That's kind of cool. The way I'm
The
going to do
character ever.
post level 20 development is as you hit milestones like this, as you accomplish things, you're going to get boons, but they're going to be
Oh,
better than the boons that are in the DM's guide.
what about
And I'm
multi-classes? Because I'm not really level 20.
if you want to advance any more, level 20. Let's see, you are 15 bard.
17 and... Oh, I thought it was 17.
Your voice 4 and 15 bard right now. If you level up, you can choose where you want the last level to be.
Well, that depends on what you're about to say about posts.
No, from here on out, development is going to be in boons. Now, if you want to forego receiving a boon and continue to level up your character in another class, you can do that. But the boons
you
are going
can't
to
go-
be different. What? What, Owen?
That you can't go like sorcerer level 21 or anything like that. Max is 20.
No, I don't have it. Yeah. You're gonna max out here. From here, really, the power level is gonna be completely different than just a few hit points and a few things like that. The boons are gonna be on an order, different order entirely.
Oh, okay, cool.
And
Just
you'll have
make mine.
options. Whenever I give them, I'll put like 6 of them out there, and you guys can choose which one you want. That kind of thing.
What should I do for, like, level 5 envoys?
I don't
Can
know.
I make,
but
like,
consider-
a... Can I make, like, a end? Like, it was supposed to only be level 5?
Yes, yeah, I would say so. I'd make it like a capstone level 20-ish type of ability.
I don't know what to make. I'm gonna have to think about it.
Yeah, think it up, write it up, email me, and we can figure it out.
Midas.
And I want this level 20 to be yours. So Elwin, make some custom spells if you want. Albrecht, if you have any thoughts on on what you want. Basically, you guys are the epitome of natural development, of the highest form that natural humanoid life can become here on this plane.
We're gonna be able
Um,
to change spells, though, after this, right?
yeah, we can, at certain points along the way, I'll let you guys swap spells if you want.
I'll probably come up with a custom
Awesome.
magic item of sorts for me then, because I have an attunement slot open now.
Okay.
So can you? I would like. This is just pure. One of those boons, part of it to include the fact that I can get a +3 to my AC with my dex instead of just a max 2 with spiked armor.
You mean you want a +3 from from your armor instead of +2?
No, like spiked armor gives you a max dex bonus of +2.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
I want a boon that lets me have medium armor as a max +3. That's part of it.
That's just a new set of armor. That's not a boon, man.
Like, that's not new armor. That's because what I'm thinking of is the feat medium armor master.
hmm
which says if you're wearing medium armor and the medium armor says you add your dexterity modifier, but the max you can add is +2, you can instead add up to +3.
Okay, why don't you... Let me see here. What did you get for level 20? Just the Constitution increase and Strength
Just in the
increase?
strength. Yeah. It's a feat,
pretty
but
Why don't you just take that feat now? Or take that ability now. Your dex can go up. You can now get a +3 from your dex to armor as part of your level 20.
All right, I'm gonna head out, but thanks, dude, for running it, and I'll send you some messages throughout the week with some spells or some stuff I come up with.
Yeah. Just let me know what you want to do.
Alrighty, later, guys.
All right. Have a good night, guys.